So, welcome to Business English with me, Ariella Knight. We're going to start with some introductions. This is me, Ariella Knight. I am the founder and CEO of the American Institute. We are an English school and a cultural exchange center based in Algiers. I am originally from Boston in the state of Massachusetts. I'm American, which I don't know if I said. I'm American. I'm from Boston, which is in the Northeast region of the United States. I went to college in Colorado. When we say college, we mean undergraduate or bachelor's studies, which is pretty far from Boston. And I wonder if you guys know what region you find Colorado in. Oh, look, I can see the chat. All right, well, let's see. Okay, if you know, yes, Denver is in Colorado, but what's the name of the region? All right, I'll see if someone gets that. And then I went and did my graduate studies at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. I arrived in Algeria in 2018. I actually came to Algiers on the Fulbright English Teaching Fellowship. So this is a program run by the U.S. State Department to bring English teachers, to send English teachers around the world. So I came to Algiers and I taught for 1 year at the ENS in Bouzadia before I opened the American Institute. So a little bit about my professional background. This is an expression I love to teach. We say, I wear many hats. It means I have different professional roles. My background is in program management. It's in business consulting. And of course, I'm an English teacher and I have been for a while now. I like to teach. I like dogs and I like exploring Algeria. I don't like writing bios. Does anyone like writing bios? And I also don't like teaching complicated English grammar. As native speakers, we never had to learn grammar in class and I always feel terrible when teaching it. All right, let's continue. So this first class is going to be a little bit different in that we're spending a good portion of the class going over the details of what the next 8 weeks will look like. In future classes, we will be jumping right in. So an outline of what the next 8 weeks will look like. Well, of course, this is an online business English class, which I hope everyone knows who's here. It will take place every Tuesday evening from 8 to 9:30 p.m. in the Algiers time zone. It's once a week, so we have 8 sessions together, and it is free to attend. Spots may be limited for future sessions, even less than 500, because we may choose to do more interactive workshop-style classes. But for now, there will always be 500 spots. Today, we are just shocked to see more than 500 of you signed up, so that's wonderful. This is the program. This is week 1. This is introduction to the class, business vocabulary and collocations, and I'll explain what those are in a little bit. And as I said, this is, I hope this is the class where I do the most speaking. And in the rest of the time, we'll actually have you and the students doing some participation and some workshopping. That will start immediately in week 2 with resume writing. So this will be a workshop style class where I will ask all of the participants to show up with their resumes in hand. Even though this is a virtual class, I want us to be workshopping your resumes in that class for that hour and a half. Week 3 will be similar. It will also be a workshop style class. It will be cover letters and motivational letters. This is a class that will be interesting for both business professionals and anyone who's writing any sort of application. So that can include students applying to university or individuals applying for scholarships. All of those are covered in what we either call cover letters or motivational letters, and they're extremely important. So again, this will be a workshop style class. Week 4 will be about interviews, something we all hate, I think. Even those of us who I think are decently good at them or have done many of them, it's never something you go into without a little bit of nervousness. So we'll talk about how to interview in English and we'll try to get some guests to join us. Week 5, now we're moving on to soft skills. This will be networking and elevator speeches. How do we communicate in a professional setting in English? How do we sell ourselves? How do we market ourselves as professionals in English? Week 6 will be business etiquette and politeness. This is very, very, very important in English, and one of the areas I like to emphasize when I work with my students, because it is often overlooked as an optional skill to learn, but is absolutely essential to master the etiquette for the workplace. Week 7, writing professional emails. And then week 8 is actually TBD. TBD is an acronym that means, as I wrote, topic to be decided. This will be a topic that we decide with your input, the students in the class. It can be an expansion of a previous topic. For example, we could do another week workshopping our cover letters or our resumes, or it could be a request for a specific type of business English, perhaps pharmaceutical or medical English, or English for veterinarians. So around week 4 or 5, we'll be taking suggestions, possibly in the class, possibly on social media, for what we should do in that last class. So that is the summary of what the next 8 weeks will look like together. We are so happy to have you here. All right, now that you are here, what can you expect from the class? As I hope is clear by now, this is a business English class. This class will be taught at the advanced intermediate level of English, equal to B2. So it is appropriate for a level B2 or higher. However, everybody is welcome to join, even if you have a lower level. The reason I'm telling you the level is so that you understand that I will be speaking at a speed and at a difficulty level appropriate to B2. The good news is that if you don't understand something or you feel a little lost, all of these sessions are recorded and you are invited to view the recordings afterwards on the Embassy YouTube page and can help get clarification on anything you didn't understand. But it is, of course, first and foremost, a business English class to learn about business English at that level. Next, a broad overview of business-related topics and skills. This is not a intensive resume writing workshop where we spend 8 weeks on that, or an interview drills where we really go into the depths. And each of these topics could be expanded on substantially. Instead, this is an overview class. We spend 1 week, 1 hour and a half on each relevant topic. And what we hope is that it gives you the skills that you need to then continue studying, continue improving, and continue learning about those topics at home. This is particularly good for learners who are new to business English so that they can get this overview. It's also good for those who've taken business English before, and it can be a type of review. We will have a mixture of presentation, interactive learning, and workshops. Okay, who should attend? As I mentioned, the class is open for anyone, even if you're just here to practice your English or to participate in an online webinar, you're more than welcome. However, the class has been designed for the following people: professionals who want to develop their skills and further their careers, students or new graduates who are entering the job market, and really anyone who's looking to apply to jobs, especially looking to apply to jobs in English. As I mentioned, really anyone who's interested in learning about business English can join, or anyone interested in working for a multinational company or looking to work abroad. If this describes you, then you are absolutely in the right place. Okay, so how to get the most out of this class? As you can see, I have a little picture here of a dog because I love dogs, and I found some very funny pictures to include. So the first thing is to come to the sessions that interest you. If you feel like you aren't particularly interested in one session, then skip it. These are not sequential and they're not related to one another. You don't need to attend every single one. You only need to attend the ones that are of interest to you. Prepare for the sessions ahead of time. I highly recommend that you look into what the topic will be so that you can come prepared with your questions. This way you can get the most out of the session and the most out of our time. For workshop style classes, I recommend that you bring the item or the material that will be workshopping. So bring your resume, bring your cover letter, bring your motivational letter with you to the class. Engage with the class. We have the chat, we'll have some quizzes, we have opportunities to join us and share on the mic. Even though there's so many of us here that we can't unfortunately have more engagement, we'll try to do as much as we can. Complete homework exercises. So this is something we'll talk about at the end of the class, but every week we have a very light, very easy homework assignment to engage with us on social media. I've put both of our handles on here. My handle is Ariella in Algeria, and then of course, U.S.Embassy Algiers. I'll explain a little bit more about that at the end, but it's a very fun opportunity to continue to get more out of this class outside of the class hours. And then how to get the most out of this class is to have confidence that you can excel at business English, that this is something you can master and become an expert at. All right, how the class will run. This is similar to what Emily said and also to what I just said on the previous slide, which is that you could use the chat. You can submit questions. We will try to respond as much as possible. And then when asked, please raise your hand if you'd like to participate. Unfortunately, I see some people have hands up already, but we won't have opportunities to jump in until further on. But we're very excited to have you all here. Class rules. I have another dog looking at you like, please follow the rules because this will make it enjoyable for everyone. So respect and civility in the chat and when you're invited to speak. And if you are invited to speak, I ask that you speak succinctly, meaning just something short, question or a short story so that many people have time to participate. Number 2, respectful engagement on social media as well. If we find ways to continue the discussion afterwards, let's carry the respect and civility in the classroom into the outside of the classroom spaces. Avoid any swearing, profanity, or really discussion of irrelevant topics while you're here. And please be open-minded. Be open to having fun and being positive. We're almost done with this part. Okay, so this is a quick pause just to make sure that everyone has understood what we're doing, that the audio is working. I'm not sure if we have Emily back with us. I see the chat. I see the chat is still going. I will try to speak more slowly. I will try to speak more slowly, everyone. However, I am speaking at an advanced intermediate level of English. I can slow it down slightly, but this class is targeted for those who have a very high level already of fluency, which is the appropriate time to start learning and incorporating business English. But I will try to speak more slowly. The last ones I was also reading from a picture, so hopefully you could read along. Okay, should I wait to see if Emily is back on?
Oh, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh, yes, and you can hear me.
Yes. It was a problem
okay,
on
good,
my audio, but we're good. We're good. It sounds great.
Okay. Just because later I'm going to ask you to help, so I wanted to make sure you were here. You are lucky I don't have a Southern accent. I did see that. Although in the South, I'm reading from the chat, someone said, it's lucky you don't have a Southern accent. But actually in the South, they speak much slower. So you might have enjoyed if I had a Southern accent. Okay, we're going to move on. Today's agenda. Let me check the time. Oh, we have tons of time ahead of us. Today's agenda, we have 6 elements. We're going to introduce the business English class, which check, we've just completed that. We will then do an overview. What is business English? Why should we want to learn it? And also, why do you want to learn it specifically? This is when I hope to hear from you all. We'll then do an exercise on what are called collocations, common business English collocations. These are, well, I'll describe what they are. This is the suspense. You have to wait till we get there to learn what they are. We'll talk about some key vocabulary and some idiom, the idiom of the week and the homework assignment. So question number 1. Before I ask the question, let me explain. I would like you all to take a few minutes to think about an answer to the question and then share it in the chat. But I'm going to give a pause. I'm going to give maybe 3 minutes for each question. And I'll be monitoring the chat. I'd love to see what you send. And I know you guys are all discussing different things in the chat, but if you can spend the next 5 minutes just answering this question, we can have a very nice conversation. The question is, what's the difference between business English and regular English? In your opinion, what's the difference between business English and regular English?
And Ariella, just to clarify, you want them to answer in the chat or in the Q&A?
In the chat.
So
just to have a conversation. Mm-hmm. I see regular English. These are words that you use with friends and family. Interesting. I'm going to read aloud from the chat because of our recording. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow, it's happening. The chat is moving very quickly. Someone says they believe business English is more formal and more difficult. Business English is more professional. It's more official. The vocabulary is different. The terms are different. This is an interesting one. Business English tends to be more specific, more formal. Has more specific terms, more focused, more complicated, possibly. Business English is used to find jobs in other countries. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is amazing. Thank you for participating. I wish I could read them all. This is an interesting one. In regular English, there is no rule when expressing. However, when it comes to business English, I think we have certain rules we have to follow. I think we have rules to follow in both, but I agree that the rules are different. Business English uses technical words. It's more specific. I can't even keep up. Regular English is everyday spoken English. Business English is a specific type of English. Good. Business English is more academic. Interesting. We actually tend to separate business English from academic English, but you are correct in that they are both more specific and have more structure than regular English. Business English helps you when you try to apply for a job and helps you talk to someone in a formal business language, not slang. I agree with that. Wow, you guys, this is great. Thank you for participating. All right, I'm going to show you what I have selected here. And I think there's only one thing I didn't see in the chat, but I didn't have a chance to read everything. Business English has a specific jargon. I love that. Business English has a specific jargon. Okay, so here's what I wrote down. And I think everything I'm reading is similar to these 4 differences I've identified. So the first one is vocabulary. And many of you wrote this. Business English has a different and a specific vocabulary. That is absolutely true. We use different words. We use different phrases and expressions. And we have a specific vocabulary for different industries. Number 2, this is the one I wasn't sure if I saw this in there, but there's so many messages that came in, which is about etiquette. Etiquette is another word for politeness, being polite. Business English is very polite, both written and spoken business English. So etiquette is something that is a big difference between regular English and business English. We have more rules and we have strong expectations of etiquette when we're speaking in the workplace. All right, number 3, formality. Many of you spoke about this. This is absolutely correct. Business English is formal. Depending on the environment, it can be very formal. But even in a relaxed environment, it's more formal than regular English. The last one, I also saw this in the chat. Business English is more structured and systematic. I put in parentheses efficient because we like to think that our business communication has a goal. It has a very specific goal. So we use the same phrases with the same meanings to be efficient. We all speak in the same way. There's a very structured way of exchanging information so that we can accomplish our tasks at the end of the day. A quick note on culture. Good question. What does systematic mean? Systematic means it has a system and an operating order. It's very similar to saying the language is structured. It means we don't say a wide variety of things in business English. We stick to similar phrases, similar expressions, and a specific vocabulary. Okay, on the bottom here, I wrote note. Business English and business culture varies for different countries. In this class, we are learning, I am teaching American Business English. I think I have time for this short story that I told the group earlier. Business English is fundamentally linked to culture, and business culture is different. What we consider polite, look at the difference. Number 2 is etiquette. Well, etiquette, or what we consider polite, is different in different countries. And so the business English will also be different in different countries. What's considered formal is also different. In the United States, we are generally less formal than in Europe. Okay, so what you're learning from me is American Business English. It will help you with business English in every environment, but you will likely encounter differences as well. If you were to go to London and have a business meeting tomorrow, you could come back and tell me the different ways they greeted each other or they spoke to each other, the different vocabulary they used. The story I have is a little bit about, I would say this is a business etiquette story about greetings. So in the United States, when you enter your office and you speak to your colleagues, first thing in the morning, you say to them, hello, hi, how are you? How's it going? Hey, how are ya? There's no expectation of an actual response beyond good, okay, fine, you? Good, thanks. There's no expectation of a conversation. And in fact, we often say this while we're walking. So we're not even stopping. Hey guys, and we're still moving. Because that is the structure of the interaction in the United States. Hey there, how's it going? Good, good to see ya. See you soon. So there's a very funny story of an American businessman going to the UK, the United Kingdom, saying, can you guys hear me? Okay. Going to the United Kingdom and saying the same thing.
Don't worry. I think some people's sound is just going out, probably because of bad internet connection, but we'll let you know on our end if we can't hear you. Keep going with this funny story.
The chat is distracting me. Okay, I'll stop looking at the chat. So the businessman goes to the United Kingdom and he's walking into work and he says, hey guys, how's it going? Hey there, hey. And to his shock, they really answer, oh, hey there, Mike. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Really cold today and my mom's a little sick. I don't know, I guess I'm in an okay mood. And he's really answering the question. And the American businessman who asked it, it's like, can't he, I'm busy. Why is he? But actually, in the eyes of the British businessman, he's the one he was answering the question. So they're both responding to the culture of their own business English environment. That's the best example. It's kind of maybe overblown or exaggerated in today's world. There's so much international business, but it is important to know that everything I'm teaching you and from my background will be about the American business culture. All right, that's my funny story. We'll pretend everybody is just laughing and laughing. Okay, question number 2. You know the rules. This is the same as last time. I'd like you to answer in the chat. Why is it important to learn business English? Now that we know what business English is, why is it important to learn it? Go ahead, I'll give you a few minutes and I'll be reading. To get a job, to use at work, to find a job, to learn new vocabularies, to write emails, to facilitate interactions with colleagues, they're moving so quickly, I'm only getting half before. To be professional, to get a promotion, to communicate at work, to communicate with people from other offices, to have clear communication, to be professional, to reach agreements, to learn about work ethics, to get a scholarship, to move up in your career, to not get fired, not to create my own business. Interesting. Communication with international companies, exactly. Freelance work, yes. International partnerships. To be the next Bill Gates, that's right. Good. I didn't have to tell you guys about being confident. I love this. To get a good job. Okay. Okay. Let's see what I put. This, I think, is everything mentioned already in the chat to fluently communicate in English. Okay. So why is it important to learn business English? These are the 4 reasons I put, but they are not the only reasons. So I welcome you to add to my list. The number 1 answer that I put, the number 1 answer that I saw in the chat was career advancement in your field or a new field. So we're talking about promotions, getting new jobs, advancing in your career as a whole. Number 2, international partnership possibilities. I would like to add to this freelance. I liked that someone said also to help with work as a freelancer. So partnership from a company side as well as from an individual looking for work. Number 3, improved sales. So access to new markets. Perhaps I should put the freelancer in that category. Access to Anglophone markets, and I would also say better access to international markets. Even when not Anglophone, English is becoming the language of business. And number 4, engagement with international business community. Something I like for number 4, I'd like you to consider is the possibility of having a business profile is enhanced when you can speak English. Writing articles or posts on LinkedIn, having a blog on Medium. When your communication and your public persona is in English, you're able to have stronger connections with an international business community. Anglophone markets, this means businesses that are run in English-speaking countries. So working with an American company, a British company, an Australian company, a Scottish company, an Indian company, a South African company. These would be considered Anglophone markets. It's companies in English-speaking countries. All right. Question number 3. This one I'm very excited to hear about because this is about you guys. Why do you want to learn business English specifically in your life? What are your goals? Why are you in this class? Why are you here today? Do you have a specific goal that you're working towards? Do you have an application you're writing, a job you're seeking, a promotion you want? Oh, to be a professor. Welcome. Professional development, good. To develop my vocabulary, good. To start my own project, self-improvement. To be a businesswoman. to get a scholarship to study abroad, to work in a multicultural environment, exactly. Career advancement, more knowledge, changing jobs, writing scientific articles, good. Developing my network, good, exactly. Boost my communication skills, getting an MBA, starting my own company. Soft skills, to be a leader, to immigrate, to start a job in an international company. Well, these are great goals, you guys. I'm going to let you keep sending them in. To get international investors, that's awesome, absolutely. To work with English people in my project, to be a teacher, to be president. I saw those back to back. I recommend being a teacher, 100%, but I won't tell you not to be president. Amazing. Create my own company and make it a multinational. Go for it. To be in international markets. Amazing. I see lots of lottery winners coming through. Seeking to improve personal skills, management skills, to meet Elon Musk. Wow. I don't know what I would say if I met Elon Musk. Join MIT. Well, these are all amazing answers. I mean, this is you're in exactly the right place to start working towards these professional goals. Okay, I'm going to move us forward, but keep sending them. I love seeing what comes in. Okay, if I can stop reading the chat myself. Okay, so here's some of the things that I wrote down because I've taught business English for a few years now. And of course, I hear in general something on this list, which is improving skills at work, getting a better job, getting a different job, getting a promotion, improving my English overall. I saw some people sent in just about improving communication skills broadly. That's absolutely true. And improving my profile for international work opportunities more specifically. This can be something that is in a multinational company, so an international opportunity at home or abroad. And then I think you sent me some more. I think we add to this list to be president, to meet Elon Musk. I'm trying to think what else to be an English teacher, which of course I support. I don't remember, to be a leader, leadership skills, management skills. Anyways, okay, so the next thing we have is a poll. So this is me asking you guys some questions. I'm gonna let Emily put the poll up. So you should see in front of you a poll asking you the question, what is your level of work experience? And I would like you to answer the poll so we can learn. So we can learn exactly what your experience is. I see you responding in the chat. I want you to do it in the poll so we can actually see who's with us in the room. I think we have a few minutes for people to answer the poll. I see people saying they're students, 4 years experience. Yes, thank you. Go into the poll, everyone. Whoever wrote that. Exactly. Please answer in the poll. I'm waiting to see how long it's up for, but I think I'm going to give everybody a few minutes. All right, we have over 400 votes. So let's close our poll and see the answers. Can everybody see these answers? Okay. Okay, so what is your level of work experience? We have a little over 1/3 are students. Welcome. Recent graduates looking for work. Absolutely. I was in all of these positions. I remember that one well. I'm a young professional. Okay. About 1/4 of you are young professionals, 1 to 5 years work experience. Mid-career, 5 to 10 years, exactly when you need business English, perhaps to advance to a promotion. And then 10% accomplished professionals, 10 or more years of work experience. Wonderful. Well, welcome among us, everyone. I'm so happy to see really a strong representation from every single group. It just demonstrates that business English is useful at any part of your career. Okay. We're going to try to move into a discussion. I'm going to start with asking Yassine and Iman, who are with me here as panelists, the question. And then I am going to ask my lovely ACCA team to nominate individuals to share. So what I mean by this is everyone, if you want to talk and answer the question, click the raised hand and we'll be able to open your mic and you can share your story with us. But we're first going to start with Yassine. Yassine, whenever you're ready, you can come on with mic is fine and let us know what are your career goals and how will business English help you reach them?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Ariella. You hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So my career goal was joining a multinational company or an enterprise here in Algeria, and thank God I could join the American Institute. Now I'm in the American Institute. That's a great news. And I believe that business English can help me to assure a good work environment and assure a good and improve also my communication skills to grow the business, be one of the productive employees in that company. Things like that.
Awesome. Thanks, Yassine. Okay, same question over to Iman. What are your career goals and how will business English help you reach them?
Hi, so I'm an intern at the ACCA, and I think that business English is very important for me to understand natives when I'm working at the U.S.Embassy. And I think that it is very important for me to sound more confident at work and to reach my goals, inshallah.
Inshallah, welcome. Thanks, Iman.
Thank you so much.
So we have time for people. Yes, we have time for people to jump in. I'm going to let Emily and the team invite someone to join us and talk. So we want to know, in just a short story, very short, what are your career goals and how will business English help you reach them?
Okay, first up is Faris El Sonbeti. Faris, are you ready?
Hello. Yes, I am ready. My internet is a bit slow though. I hope I'm still a student, and I hope to become a cargo ship captain one day. And I do not doubt in the least that business English will certainly help me on my travels one day.
Amazing, a cargo ship captain. Wow, very cool. All right, well, thank you so much, Faris. Thank you.
We have Amani up next.
Okay.
Hello, Miss.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much for giving us the chance to be with you. I really like you and I like your energy.
Thank you. That's very nice.
So my goal is that I want to move to India and I'm looking for a job there. And I'm also a business English trainer. I made many online trainings in business English and I'm improving myself.
Amazing. Well, I'm so happy to have someone motivated with a goal and also a business English trainer here with us.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amani.
Next up is Nada. Nada, can you unmute and?
Okay, great. So are you hearing me?
Yes.
We hear
Okay,
you.
well,
Hi, Nada.
hi, thank you for giving me a chance. Well, I work in sales. I am a sales executive in the pharmaceutical industry, and I want to improve my business English because I work a lot with American companies and international companies. So I really need that. That's all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. That makes, yes, thanks, Nada. That makes perfect sense. That's one of the big reasons a big reason that my students want to learn business English is when it comes to international business, especially with English speaking companies. All right, let's get a few more in here. We've got some time. I don't know about you guys, I love hearing your stories, and thank you for being very quick so we can have many of you.
About Lamri Fatima Zahra.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Hi, Fatima Zahra. We can hear you. Welcome.
Hi. Actually, I would say that I am super happy to be here with you. I'm liking the energy overall, and I want to learn the business English. I am a student, and I have a goal to launch into the marketing career. I want to enter the marketing, digital marketing, and since the business language is English, I wanted to know more about that, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Absolutely. Well, good luck in your studies. I think digital marketing is a very big field and they need people like you. So good luck with business English, and we're happy to have you here.
How about Adele Medani?
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Adele.
Hi, Adele. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to thank ACCA and all of you for giving us this opportunity. I have a master's degree in law, and I'm joining these sessions to improve my English in order to get a position in the private arbitration court here in Algeria. So that's it. I want to thank you and all the best for all of us.
Thank you, Adele, and best of luck. I think being a lawyer was a career I always was interested in, but unfortunately I didn't pursue.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Thanks.
Up next is Nadia Serhain.
Oh, thank you. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Nadia.
Well, I'm going to be, in short, I'm an English language teacher. I teach for a private school. And, you know, as a teacher, we're going to deal with many students from different, with different needs for different purposes. So I really need to get into business English for, you know, for professional development.
Yes, Nadia, I completely agree. I love how many English teachers are here. Absolutely. It's a specialty that you can really develop, and it's really in need, especially in Algeria, teaching business English. So I think it's a great idea that you're working on that to expand your offerings as a teacher. Good luck.
Next up, Abdel Hadi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Abdel Hadi. Welcome.
I'm sorry, I think that. Hello?
Hi, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. So my goal is basically to improve my writing skills. So I think I know a strength point, my weak point, and focus on notes. So this is my goal. Yeah.
We lost you a little bit, but I think what you said is that you want to improve your professional writing to become equivalent to your speaking. Very good. This is very common that we have our competencies at different levels. And I think it's great that you're focusing on improving writing, as that's extremely important for professional purposes. Welcome.
Thank you.
Shafika Humadi, up next. Shafika, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Shafika. How are you?
I'm so good. How about you?
Good, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me a chance.
Of course. Tell us, what are your career goals and how will business English help you reach them?
My goals for have a good career in the business because like influencer, I buy things in internet like that. I get if I sponsor. Okay. So, I'm so interested in this business of English. So I hope I will have a good career in my job. So that's it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Can I ask you?
Sure, you can ask me a question, but I don't promise you that I will answer it until we are at a different section. But you can ask me if it's short.
This is in Zoom. Did I have a certificate or something like diploma or any?
There's no certificate. This is a free program. Anyone can join, anyone can watch on YouTube, but we don't have a participant program. There's no certificate.
Oh, cool. So thank you for this.
You're welcome. Thanks, Shafika.
Welcome.
And good luck. I think being an influencer is it's a big career moment and you can get a lot of recognition. So I wish you the best with it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next up, we have, let's see, Abdel Jabber.
Hi, Abdel. How are you?
Abdel,
can you hear us?
Okay, how about Imad Adin?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for this opportunity to share this with you. My goal in learning English, business English, is like to improve my skills because I want to open my own company in electronic devices. like Intel company. So I studied like something close to Intel company in nanotechnology. So I have some ideas like can make revolution in the technology world, technological world.
Wow. Okay. I'm very impressed. Nanotechnology. Okay. And tell us, how will business English help you reach that goal?
Learning English, like I will make more deals with more international companies, like to sell your products and to improve, also first to improve myself, to reach like a high level, then make deals with big companies. Like now I don't have like much money to start my own business. It's like I will have the idea, I have like small amount to start, then I will make deals to start to reach my goals and make my company international company.
Okay. Amazing. Imad, I'm very impressed. I did not share this at the beginning of the class, but I do a lot of business consulting with entrepreneurs, and I love to meet new entrepreneurs like yourself with a big vision. And I think you are absolutely correct that business English will help you find investors, international investors, who they are looking for someone with the technical skills like you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, Imad.
Thank you. Thanks.
Next up is Emira.
Should we do,
you want to do one more?
Should we do just a few
more.
Yeah, let's do one more. We'll do one more. And
we'll do one more after Amira.
Okay, two more.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, Amira, welcome. Yes, we can.
Welcome, everyone. Hello, thank you so much for this opportunity. So I'm going to be so short. As a microbiologist and future researcher, inshallah, I really need business English to talk to different laboratories and ask for internships, and so I can do my essays. So business English is definitely a must for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Research, exchanging research, conferences, presentations. I think business English will be very helpful for you as a microbiologist.
Yes. Thank you so much.
I'm so impressed. These are very impressive jobs that I do not have the skills for, but I'm happy to be providing hopefully some help with you on your career.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amira.
You're welcome.
Okay, and maybe last comment from Mohammed.
Hello.
Hi, Mohammed. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Good. Happy to have you here. Tell us about your career goals.
So I work at an international company here in Algeria. So we used to deal with the foreign company. So we use English always in every meeting. So my goal is to improve this language that I love so much, and to get promotion on my work, and for sure to travel and visit foreign countries like America and Canada. That's it.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds like a great goal, Mohammed. I think you have thought this out well, and you have your career goals well in mind. So I hope you enjoy the class with us. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, everyone, I hope you appreciated hearing the stories. I love hearing the stories, especially for the English teachers who are here with us. You know what it's like. Oh, can we? Yes. You know what it's like is you want to connect with your students. So the hard part about having a big webinar is I don't get to see everyone's faces. I don't get to hear your stories. So our solution to that is in each lesson, we'll try to have opportunities for everybody to join by hitting the raise hand feature when we have the time. We'll tell you when the time is, and you can join and you can introduce yourself, and hopefully as the session goes, we can have more detailed conversations about your career goals and your path and how we can help you. So thank you for participating. All right, so now we're actually going to move beyond our introduction. We have 30 minutes that we're actually going to do a little bit of learning. The first thing we're learning about are collocations. A collocation is a group of words that often go together. It, in business English, means that these are common combinations of words used when speaking about business. It's important to say that a collocation is not a strict expression, that it is possible to change the words slightly, but it just doesn't sound correct. So it is something that grammatically is correct, but doesn't sound correct. We have this problem with business English a lot. That's why we have to learn about and memorize collocations. If you substitute, I'm reading now the third part. If you substituted one word for a synonym, it might be grammatically correct, but it sounds strange to native speakers. Business English collocations can make all the difference if you're trying to do business around the world. This slide looks very technical, but really what this means is that we advise you to memorize phrases with a verb or perhaps an adjective and a noun that we always, in business English, we always use them together. And by memorizing these phrases, by memorizing these collocations, you will sound more professional and more fluent. Collocations are not the same as idioms. An idiom, I see the question in the chat, an idiom is an expression that does not mean what it says it means. For example, it's raining cats and dogs. It's not literal. Okay, so an idiom is a very specific type of expression. A collocation is a very broad definition. It's just a set of words that very commonly are said together. Now, I'm going to give you examples on the next page, but now I'd like you to get a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, because we are going to do an exercise together. I have here two different groups of words. There is a yellow group and there is a pink group. Collocations are created by combining one word from the yellow group with one or two words from the pink group. I'm going to give you one as an example. Let's look at this first one. Apply. Well, no, I don't want to give you that one because that's a hard one. Let me give an easy one that people will know. Do. The word do is often followed by the word business, to do business. I do, someone guessed it already, the apply. Okay, guys, don't put them in the chat yet. Don't answer in the chat yet. I want to give people time to practice. That's why I said get a paper and pen. Do business is a collocation, okay? Because it is a phrase that we commonly use together to talk about having a professional relationship with someone. I do business with him. It's a very common expression. There's other ways to say the same thing, but this one, do business, is the most common and the most expected. So the assignment is, how many collocations can you find from the yellow circle and the pink circle? I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes to do this exercise. And please note Some collocations, some in the yellow circle, you use more than once. And some in the pink circle, you use more than once. That's all I'm going to say. I'll monitor the chat in case people have questions, but I really recommend that you write the collocations down. Well, I guess everyone's putting them in the chat. For those of you watching the recording and can't see the chat, take these 5 minutes to write down the collocations and see what you find. And we don't have music, but next time we'll have music for these exercises, so we're not sitting here in silence.
We'll have lovely music next time, like Ariella said. I would recommend right now, if you actually want to learn these, to close your chat function and to just do these for a couple minutes.
Well, you guys are really putting them in the chat, even though we're trying to not put them in the chat yet. That's okay. I think we're such a big group. All right, 1 more minute, everyone. All right, so I was just going to show you the next slide, which has the answers, but I think this will be more fun. Let's see if we can flood the chat with the collocations that start with the word apply. What do we apply? Apply for a loan. Very good. Okay, And what do we attend? Very good. We attend a conference and we attend a meeting. That's one of the ones with two. Very good. We do not attend a call. I suppose sometimes we might say that, but it's not very normal. If the meeting, a physical meeting, had a phone call happening, we might say, are you attending? But it would be because it was a meeting with a call. This is what always happens, is I start to think that sounds normal too. We do not attend a new product, no. Close, what do we close? That's right, close the deal. We close the deal. I suppose we do close, we can say I close a conference, but that's not a collocation because it's not a very common way to say this. So collocation is a very common expression, like close the deal. Do, tell me, what do we do? Well, I guess I used do business as our example. So we do business. And I think that's all for do. We do not do a call. Be very careful. We do not do a call. We do not do a partnership. Nope. We only do business. Good guesses though. Draw. What do we draw? Draw your attention. Very good. Can I draw your attention to, this is something you would commonly see in a business meeting. Maybe I have a presentation. I say, I'd like to draw your attention to the figures from Q2 when we made $1 million. This is a classic collocation. Draw your attention. Good. File. What do we file? We have a couple different answers here. We file for bankruptcy. This is a collocation. File for bankruptcy. Does everyone know what this means? Bankruptcy. We file for a divorce. This is true, but that's not business English. We file for bankruptcy. You guys are being very funny in the chat here. Okay, what do we form? Bankruptcy. Yes, someone said losing all of your money. Your company runs out of money. Exactly. What do we form? We form a partnership. Anis, I saw you first. Good job. We don't actually form an objection. No, we don't. Well, yeah, okay. Form a new product. No, we wouldn't say that commonly. Nope. I think we form a partnership is the only one that works here. Get. What do we get? We get a lot of things. We get money. We get a promotion. Very good. Get your attention. That's right. That's something we would offer. To get your attention, yeah, this is sort of sales language. If you're selling something, can I get your attention over here, please? But really, yes. Okay. I think those are the three we have. Get money, get your attention, and do we say get a deal? We do not say get a deal, no. Okay, hold. Hold a meeting. Good. What else do we hold? Hold my calls. Very good. That's exactly correct. Hold my calls. What does it mean when someone says hold my calls? Does anyone know? Hold my calls. Exactly. It means pause my calls. It means I am not accepting any phone calls. We say this when we're very busy. Well, we say this, I don't say this because I'm not a businessman with a secretary, but imagine for, I think Abdel was training to be a lawyer. So this is very common in TV shows about lawyers, is the lawyer gets very busy with the case and he says to his secretary or her secretary, hold my calls. It means I'm so busy, I cannot accept a single call. Hold my calls. Okay, very good. We do not hold a partnership, no, but we can hold a meeting. We do not hold a market. We do not hold risks, no. Good guesses. Hold your horses. That's very good. That is an idiom. Okay, launch. What do we launch? Launch a new product. You guys are ready for that one. Launch a new product. Perfect. I sense we have some sales or marketing experts here, because every time it's do business, get money, launch a product, people are very fast to respond. That's right. We really launch a new product. Perfect. Make, I think, has a lot. What do we make? We make a call. We don't make risks, no. We make money. We make money. Make a partnership. Don't know if I would say make a partnership is not a collocation. This is an example, actually, it's a very good example. Form a partnership is a collocation because we say it commonly. Make a partnership is not the collocation. We understand it. It's grammatically correct. It just sounds a little strange. That's a perfect example of why it's good to memorize collocations. Even when you say something with essentially the same meaning, to a native English speaker, we'll say, make a, okay, that's fine. It will give us a moment to pause. Okay. Make the deal. I don't think we say make the deal. No, I wouldn't say make the deal. That's interesting because we would say make a deal. That's very good. To make a deal with someone. But a deal was not on here. We have the deal. That's how specific collocations will get. Okay, let's go to the next. Raise. We cannot say make business. We cannot say make business. Very good question. We do business. We do not make business. Raise objections. We raise objections. We do raise money. Not exactly a collocation because it's not a very common phrase, but we raise objections. We do not raise your attention. No, we draw your attention. Just to make you, just to make it painful with English. We would not say, can I raise your attention? We would say, can I draw your attention? And then you can say, does anyone raise an objection? Okay, take. What do we have for take? Take a break, good. Take risks, good. Take the deal, kind of. Grammatically correct, not exactly, it's not a very common phrase. Take a meeting, very good, yes. Take an appointment, no. We do not say take an appointment. Take a break, good. Take risks. Take my calls, no, we wouldn't say that. Hold my calls. All right. Thank you for participating. Oh, last one, target. What do we target? Haha, this one was a little bit of a trap because everything in the yellow circle is a verb. Target can be a verb, but here it is actually an adjective. Target market. Exactly. Target market. It's a description of the market. Good job, you guys. This is everything. But I actually think that you put some in the chat that I hadn't thought of. There were a few, yeah, like get money, I suppose it works. But these are the ones that are most important and that are most common. Target your attention is not correct. No. That's an example of a phrase that we understand, but it's not normal. Target your attention. Anything that I missed? What did I miss? Launch a partnership. We usually say form a partnership. You can say launch a partnership. It's just less common. And it would have to be in an environment of real celebration. Launch a meeting. No, we do not launch a meeting. Take a call. Yes, I'll take that. We can say take a call. Make a call and take a call. What's the difference between make a call and take a call? Does anyone know? Take means you answer the call. Good. And make, you're calling. Good job, you guys. Give you a virtual high five. Very good. Take a call. They call me. Make a call. I call them. Beautiful. Well, we're down to our last 10 minutes here. The next slide is vocabulary. I see you're still sending in some questions about collocations. Everyone, you did amazing. If you have questions about this, I think this is something that we can continue the conversation, maybe on social media or maybe in next class. Okay, so this is key business vocabulary. As you can see, I just took a document that I found from a resource called loveenglish.org that has a very full list of words that generally are found only in a professional environment. I'm not going to go through the list, but I recommend that you either take a picture of this or you start to look online for lists of business vocabulary. Something we talked about at the beginning of the class is that business vocabulary is specific. We use words in business English that we don't use in other scenarios. So even if you speak English very well, you may need new vocabulary when you're learning to speak in the workplace. This one, I believe, is relatively general business vocabulary. This is why I chose it. But as I say here in my first red point, vocabulary is different and also specific according to your industry. So for our friend who wants to be a cargo ship captain, I would start researching business vocabulary in the shipping and maritime industries. For someone who wants to work in sales, or we had someone working at a multinational corporation, I would look at business vocabulary specific to your industry. It's like anything, it has its own language, its own culture, all the way down to the industry that you are in. And as always with English, we have differences between different countries. The biggest differences are between British English or UK English and US English. I think this vocabulary sheet is American. There's a few words, not very many, but a few key words that we notice, and that tells us, oh, this is British or this is American. It's just something to think about. Really, the reason I have this slide in here is to encourage you to do your own research into the business English vocabulary that you need in your industry. Okay? All right, we're on the very last part. So this is the business idiom of the week. So how this works. Every week, I will give you a new idiom that we commonly use in American workplaces. Then for homework, you are invited to record a video of yourself using the idiom in a sentence. I want you to tag me. I have my Instagram handle here, Ariella in Algeria, and the U.S. Embassy Algiers at U.S. Embassy Algiers in your post. I encourage you, you can put them as posts or you can put them as stories. I will try to respond to each one, letting you know if I think it was the correct use, if I have a comment on pronunciation, and if you have a really good one, then possibly you'll see some reposting. Before we move forward, we touched briefly on what an idiom is. Someone asked a great question, difference between collocation and idiom. So again, to emphasize, an idiom is a phrase that is non-literal. The only way to describe this further is to say it means something different from what it says. That's my example with it's raining cats and dogs. It's not literal. It just means it's raining very heavily. Every language has idioms. I get from my students often are telling me, oh no, there's no idioms in French, there's no idioms in Arabic. But I learned one to prove my point, which is busi aynik, which I think means kiss my eye, literally, but the actual meaning is that will never happen. So that's an example of an idiom in Arabic. The difference in English is that we use idioms a lot. Bizarre. Now I'm just showing off my darija. We use idioms all the time. So it's very important to start learning them and memorizing the common ones. This is not a fun detail for when you have extra time. It's actually a very critical part of the language, and they are used constantly. So I advise you to start slowly incorporating idioms into your language. Here is our first one. Long shot. The idiom is long shot. So this means, the idiom means something that has a very, very low probability of success. Something unlikely. I'm going to jump down to my example at the bottom. It's a long shot, but we could try and ask them for an extension to the deadline. When we say long shot, we mean it's very unlikely. It's a long shot, but maybe we can take tomorrow off work. Means it's very unlikely, but maybe we can take tomorrow off work. So this idiom is actually very old. The origin is apparently in the late 1700s or maybe 1800s, and it's actually about gambling on horse races. For some reason, it comes from horse races. I have no further understanding of how it relates to horses, but that's the origin. And it's commonly referred to strategies or ideas that are not likely to succeed or that have risk. So the homework assignment for you, I'm going to go back. I think I don't know. Yes. The homework assignment for you this week is to send a video of yourself using long shot in a sentence. I would like the sentence to be business focused because this is business English. Use long shot in a business English sentence and post the video on Facebook or Instagram. Well, for me, I'm only on Instagram, but you can also post on Facebook with the embassy. And we'll try to see and respond and see how you do. And maybe if we get really good ones, next week's class, we can also show some to the group. That would be fun. everybody. This is everything. I included a little fun image. This is from a classic American cartoon. And at the end of every episode, he goes, "That's all, folks." Means we're finished. As a reminder, next week is the resume writing workshop. So prepare your resumes and come with them and your questions to next class, because we hope to be able to really dive into answering your specific questions and creating some amazing resumes next Tuesday at 8 p.m. and come early because there's only 500 spots. Thanks, everyone.
Ariella, thank you so much. It was a great class. We'll hope to see you guys next week. I hope everyone can return next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Thank you, Ariella.